Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, happy weekend. You're watching Gospelfaith Television. My name is Pastor Ojimba Alex, and today the topic is going to be the Cheddar Man. Now, if you're wondering who the Cheddar Man is, I found this article in the newspaper, and that is the Cheddar Man. Now, the Cheddar Man is the first Brit, the first Briton, the first man to ever live in Britain. His name was Cheddar Man. So that means when you think of England, when you think of Wales, when you think of Scotland, when you think of Ireland, when nobody ever lived on the British Isles, the first man to ever turn up and start living there, his name was the Cheddar Man. Cameraman, what's his name?
The Cheddar Man.
His name was the Cheddar Man. And I know. And the Cheddar Man was a black man. So, you know, most times when people think of England, when most people think of Scotland, when most people think of Europe, they think of white people living in England first and Europe first. No. This is evidence that it was a black man, a black African man from Africa was the first man to live in Britain, and his name was the Cheddar Man. So this would allow me to go into the topic, which is Cheddar Man, the uncivilized caveman. The reason why I call him Cheddar Man, the uncivilized caveman, is because when the Cheddar Man came to live in England and Scotland and Ireland and Wales, there was no civilization in this place, in England and in Britain. So here's the picture of the Cheddar Man. So first and foremost, I would like to tell you who the Cheddar Man is. The Cheddar Man is a black man that came to Europe all the way from Africa. So the question should be, how did the Cheddar Man come to Britain in the first place? How did he get here? Did he use an aeroplane? Did he take a boat? Did he swim? Or use the backstrokes? For all the way from Africa to Europe. So you got to think about these things. But I'm not here to tell you how he got here, but for some reason, somehow, through the evolution system, look up the word evolution, through the evolution system, the Cheddar Man found himself in Britain. Think about it. When you come to England today, come and show that. When you come to England today, majority of the population in Britain today, I would say 95% of the population in Britain today are white people, and black people are probably 2% in Britain. But you didn't know that the first man to live in Britain was a black man, just like myself. Look, can you see? You can see the resemblance between me and the Cheddar Man. I mean, my eyes are not blue, my hair's obviously not long, but me and the Cheddar Man, we look alike. me and the Cheddar Man, we look alike. My name is Pastor Ojimba Alex. Me and the Cheddar Man, we look alike. Actually, the Cheddar Man is my family. Think about it. The dark-skinned people. So not only was the Cheddar Man the first man to ever live in Britain, what the media won't tell you is that Cheddar Man wasn't the only black man to come to Europe. There was millions of black people that were living in Britain at the time. But this footage or this topic or this advert would only show you the Cheddar Man as an individual. But you should think, when the Cheddar Man came to Britain, the first man to be in Britain here, when he was the first man to be in Britain here, there must have been other black people there as well. Maybe he came with his family, maybe he came with his girlfriend, maybe the Cheddar Man came with his wife. You know, so he was the first man here in Britain. And the Cheddar Man was the first man on the planet. No, the Cheddar Man wasn't the first man on the planet, but I'm just trying to say that the Cheddar Man being the first man ever to live in Britain is a representation also that black people were the first people to ever live on this planet Earth. In America, it was a black man that was the first person to live there. In Asia, it was a black man that was first person to live there. Jesus Christ is a black man whose name has been changed to Jesus Christ. His real name is Yeshua, the black African and the original Jesus Christ. He probably looks like the Cheddar Man as well. This picture showing you that the Cheddar Man's eyes are blue. But who's to say that his eyes will not change with media techniques? Because a black man is not supposed to have blue eyes and long hair. So maybe they've used media techniques here to change the color of the eyes of the Cheddar Man. Look at the color of the eyes of Cheddar Man. And look at the color of my eyes. You see the color of my eyes? Yeah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I mean, the color of the Cheddar Man's eyes again. Come and show that again, the cameraman. The color of the Cheddar Man's eyes being blue is very strange for a black person. So it leaves me with my doubts that media techniques has taken place. They've used HD or whatever to change the color of the Cheddar Man's eyes. A black man's not supposed to have blue eyes. And if you look at the Cheddar Man's hair, come again, cameraman. If you look at the Cheddar Man's hair, it's not 100% afro. His hair is falling. So that's to tell you, that's to tell me and you, the viewers, that the Cheddar Man himself has been mixed with something for his hair to be like that. I don't know. The Cheddar Man is dark skin in complexion, but his eyes being blue and his hair being long tells me that the Cheddar Man has been mixed with something. What that thing is, I don't know, but I need to pray about it to find out. Because when my hair grows as a black man, my hair, look at the length of my hair. Yeah, come on, look at the length of my hair. It's very short. My hair don't grow like the hair of Cheddar Man. And look at my eyes here, cameraman. Yeah. My eyes are not blue, okay? You get me? So that's what I'm trying to let you understand. You have to understand that the Cheddar Man is not a white man, is not a white European man that turned black. Because it's impossible for a white person to turn black. But I want you to understand that the Cheddar Man is a black man that ended up with blue eyes and long hair, because there were some black people that left Africa that turned white over the years. That's the albino tribe. But I'm not going to go into that right now. That's a different subject altogether. So the Cheddar Man is not a white man that turned black. He is a black man that came from Africa and remained in Europe. And that is the truth. When the Cheddar Man arrived in Britain, my question is, this Cheddar Man, when he arrived in Europe, my question is, when he arrived in Britain, not even Europe, because the Cheddar Man, for him to get to Britain, that means he came from somewhere else. He just didn't disappear and find himself in Britain. That means he came from the other parts of Europe. He traveled he walked through other countries to get to Britain. But my question is, for the Cheddar Man himself to end up in Britain by himself, when he got there, where was the rest of the population of Britain? Can you show that, cameraman? Where was the rest of the population of Britain? Where was everybody else? Where was all the white people that own England and Scotland? Listen, this is Gospelfaith Television, yeah? Look.